Thank you for staying with us. Let's get into our first story on the AM News. Now, Speaker of Parliament Alban Bagbin has directed Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta and the Works and Housing Minister Francis Asenso-Boakye to appear before the House to members on the preparedness to prevent floods with the onset of the rains. This was after Minority Chief Whip Kwame Agboja delivered a statement on the floor calling for urgent action. Let's hear now from Mr. Agboja, after which we'd hear from the Speaker, Alban Bagbin.
Out of the downpour yesterday, areas specifically Botiano, English, Amount from constituency, which belongs to one of our colleagues, got heavily flooded, Mr. Speaker, and as a result, the news reports suggest that a lady and two of her kids are currently missing since yesterday. I take the opportunity to commend the agencies still working to hopefully find them alive. We are also aware that some people are injured and lots of properties have been damaged. Mr. Speaker, we want to take the opportunity to commiserate with our colleague, Honorable Sly Tete, who is a member of Parliament from that area. I suspect he's within the area now, trying to do whatever he can do as a member of Parliament to help his people. We also understand that areas like parts of Ofankor and Ashalaja, some areas have been cut off completely because of the flooding. And Mr. Speaker, the rains have just started. The Wager Dam is yet even to be spilled. And this calls for this House to probably call upon our respected colleague, the Minister, responsible for Works and Housing, to apprise the House as to what steps he is taking to avert further damage and loss.
We'll now hear from Alban Bagbin, who's worried about the situation.
We'll definitely give the instructions, and the instructions are to the effect that the Minister responsible for Works and Housing be programmed by the Business Committee to appear before the House together with the Minister for Finance and to give us a brief on action being taken to make this a thing of the past. And so we expect that latest before the end of next week, these ministers should appear before us. If the substantive minister is not there, there is a minister of state at the Ministry of Finance who could come to represent him. I was informed that the substantive minister is traveled, but in case he's not available, the other minister could come to represent him. Honourable members, this is a very important subject matter, and I believe that one of the ways we could support national leadership to find solution is for us to pass the Budget Act. Why should they be desilting? We should construct structures in such a way that there are no open gutters. We should. The way we are looking at housing as if it's a private venture is wrong. The house you build is not for you. It's for the community. People come in at any time and sleep with you. And so the society has a role led by the state to provide shelter over the heads of people. That is a serious priority. Because after air, water, food, the next thing is what? Shelter. Shelter. But we rather spend a lot of money on useless things.
And that was Speaker of Parliament Alban Bagbin. Now in our next story, deplorable roads at Gulf City, Sakibediako and its environs in the Kpong-Katamanto municipality have gone from bad to worse due to perennial flooding. The bad nature of the roads is adversely impacting the livelihoods of thousands of residents who say they feel neglected after many attempts at seeking help. Here's Carlos Caloni's report.
This is not a pond or a dump site. It is the main road in the heart of Gulf City, a fairly planned settlement in the Kpong municipality. One of the many craters on the Gulf City to Kpong Road. Lot of skills required to successfully drive through this body of water. Those who do not have it just turn around. Some, however, there without the required skills, they end up like this tricycle, loaded with rubbish, headed to the Kpong landfill site, but spills its garbage here. Others, like this taxi driver who needs a push to see through, says the impact on their livelihoods is immeasurable.
Blessed day, we cannot even work as a normal working days that we used to work. Normally we go like 15 trips, 20 trips, but today we cannot go. Even most of the cars have even stopped working. In fact, it has actually affected our income. We have families that we take care of. We are in the rented rooms.
An officer from the Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, Johnson Ade, who chanced on this, shared some environmental concerns.
For the rubbish, it has a lot of implication. This rubbish, the way you see it, it contains, we don't know what is in there. There can be fecal matter. There can be all kinds of things. And when they stay in there, they will get into people's homes. They will be in there, they will decay. They will start causing havoc to the community. So if there is any water body here, all these contaminants, the pollutants will get into it. And the water bodies, we have cattle grazing. They drink from the water body. So when they drink from the water body, we in turn eat this cattle. And this thing will bioaccumulate in them and it will get into humans. So it's a very, very, very important issue to protect public health.
Apart from environmental impact, the huge decline on the road usage due to its deplorable nature is affecting the many small businesses dotted along the road.
Me organizer, the did John Edu. Monsha kwanya age more so. Ya kwanya say. I never sent you bed kwanya hwim kofi. First the age met me 1.5. And the whole metiam. Only one type of pump 2 cities. Me konkola so fi. The bank some me ma hwenkola no.
Nimi tonkoko because of kwani ya santi. Ka bia ni pampo ntimi mpie embeto ade no. Anka kokko ye by 8 9 na asa. Nso say yet meet na by 11 to 12 kra.
Say 1 week ni me ba shop aduma bi amba. Ekwan na asa nti obi antumi anra shop no. Nti me ye dan asa na mehu, mehwe mi ba mu ne me kunu ana meboa no.
Fusina is a resident. She tells Joy News what some pregnant women go through on the road.
It has a lot of impact on people. Personally, I know a neighbor who was in labor, but because of the state of the road, she couldn't have a baby. And then someone was sick, like very sick, and then they were rushing the person to the hospital. The person almost lost his life.
The assemblyman for the Akakpo electoral area, Isaac Newton Tete, says they feel neglected.
We feel neglected in the entire community because the state of our roads so embarrassing that you don't understand what's happening. Look, we have used several means to get authorities or DT bearers to fix this road, and it's bearing no fruit. And as we speak now, you can see for yourself the nature of the road.
When contacted, the municipal chief executive of the Kpong, Samuel Oko Amankwa, said the deplorable roads in question have been awarded to contractors for rehabilitation works, but contractors have failed to show up.
We have submitted all the challenges we have on all the roads you just mentioned and more to the road minister, Abakwata. We have a copy that has gone to the Urban Roads Director General and then that of Highways. The Calypso one to Michelle Camp and then Bediako Roads, actually they've been awarded. The site was handed over to the contractor somewhere last year, September. Up to now, the contractor has not come to site. And this is a big worry to all of us. So we have made a request through Urban Roads that they should change the contractor for us.
Until the contractors show up to fix the roads, or are sacked and replaced with those who will work, residents and commuters would have to develop the skills to drive through a pond-like road or end up like this tricycle, unable to reach its destination. From Gulf City, I am Carlos Scaloni for Joy News.
Now, hope has returned to the male ward of the Prestea Government Hospital after months of being destroyed by a heavy rainfall, forcing hospital officials to turn the corridor of the children's clinic into a male ward. Medical Director Dr. Jabate Dako says the destruction affected healthcare delivery in the area.
The government hospital, built in 1929, is absolutely without any better expansion. This facility can't currently sustain the rapid growth of the Prestea Township and neighboring communities. On Wednesday, March 29th this year, the roof of the hospital's male ward was stripped off after a heavy rainfall, which affected most buildings in the municipality. Hospital officials say the situation has not been easy for them in the discharge of their duties in the past 3 months. Here is Medical Director, Prestea Hospital, Dr. Jabata Dako.
The fortunate thing was that we didn't have any casualties with regard to the patients in the ward and the staff as well. We are now referring a bit more the male patients than usual, coupled with the rather very bad road. It makes it so difficult. In the first place, the patients come from very far, hard to reach areas. The road's not bad, not in the good shape, and then you refer them in another worse road that is even compared to where they are coming from, probably even worse. So that said, when you put all of these things together, it as it were, creates a lot of challenge, both emotional and otherwise, for the patients. The community is a referral center within the Prestea Valley municipality, and by the last count, the population within this municipality is in excess of 215,000. So this hospital, which is with a bed capacity of about 90, serves as a referral facility for this population.
The Prestea Sankofa Mine, as part of their corporate social responsibility to their host community, has donated 500 bags of cement to the hospital to aid in reconstruction of a new male ward for the hospital. Justice Aqua is the MD for Prestea Sankofa Mine.
When the incident happened, we were compelled to, and it is for that reason that today we are donating 500 bags of cement to the health facility. This is not the first one, and I don't think it's going to be the last one. Like the medical superintendent mentioned, when you look at the population of Prestea compared to the facilities that we have here, there is a shortage, and we will do everything in our capacity to ensure that at least we can meet the little demands of the community in which we are serving.
For Joy News, in Athalia Kwanza, Western Region.
Let's talk debating now, and defending champions of the Love FM High School debate, Kumasi High School, have booked a place in the quarterfinals, beating Barakesi SHS. Nanawachi Adam reports the school is poised for a back-to-back victory.
The defending champions have now progressed to the quarterfinal stage of the competition, knocking out first-timers Barakesi Senior High School in the process. It was an uphill task for both schools at the beginning of the contest. At the end, Kumasi High School took the lead with 244 points.
And of course, they won their contest today against Barakesi Senior High School. These are defending champions of the Love FM High School debate. Here we have the Kumasi High School with a title already and with a masterful performance today. I have the debaters here with me. I'll find out from them their trick, as usual, in winning the contest. How did you come by today's contest, winning it against Barikesi Senior High School?
It wasn't that easy. We really suffered. But if you endure that much, you earn a glory at the end. So just wait what we did. It was just simple.
I want to find out from you, was it anything difficult meeting Barikesi Senior High School, because they placed out a masterful performance during the preliminary stage?
It wasn't that difficult for us, but then they did their best. And we are here to prove that we are indeed the defending champions. We are going to defend it again.
With 244 points, indeed, you proved that you are defending champions. But let me find out from you as well. Going forward, what are we to expect from Kumasi High School, defending champions?
Okay, as I said earlier on, Kumasi High School is just like MTN. We're there for you everywhere you go. And this is a sign of warning to all the schools out there waiting for Kumasi High School.
So all the schools out there should watch out for Kumasi Senior High School. That's what you're telling them, right?
Not Kumasi Senior High School, but rather Kumasi High School.
Kumasi High School. Every senior high school out there should watch out for Kumasi High School.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm putting across.
What is that beautiful thing you're bringing out, something extraordinary you're coming up with, that will put fear in every other school in the competition?
Okay, our predecessors gave us a game 50. Now, we are giving you a game 50 times 2. So that's our strategy and our plan. You just relax and wait for Kumasi High School. In our next contest, we will still prove who we are. We are the Mrantie.
Emrantie. 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 And these are students of Kumasi High School. They have won their contest today against Barikesi Senior High School. The motion today before the House is, quote, lessons of colonization should be eliminated from our educational curriculum. For Joy News, my name is Nana Boachin Dankwa Yadom.
Let's stay on the competitive front, and the quest to clinch the national championship and make a name is forcing some senior high schools in the Northeast region to introduce science as a program of study. After presenting agric students in previous years for the championship, a teacher at the Bunkrugu SHS forced management of the school to introduce science education in preparation for the quiz. But what are the results? Gladly, 4 of the 17 students of the first batch of science students from the school have secured a slot for the school at the 2023 National Science and Math Quiz. Emmanuel Bright-Kweku reports.
Awendwale. Lumane. Awendwale. Lumane. Alwendwale. Lumane. Congratulations, guys. So these are the guys from Bunkpurugu. Bunkpurugu, they just won their contest, the 4-man squad. They just won their contest against Nalerigu in a revenge battle, if I should put it. Last year, unfortunately, they were kicked out by Nalerigu. But this year, they've kicked them out by just a 1 point. They scored 21 as against Nalerigu's 20 points. How does this make you feel qualifying? I realize you were so happy coming out.
Yeah, it makes us feel happy. Because last year when they won, they came and they were insulting and throwing tantrums, calling us underdogs. But now the underdogs have come back to shred them to pieces. So we are very happy and delighted to win this contest.
Okay. They told you were underdogs. How did that feel at the moment?
Yeah, we felt very bad because it made us feel like our teachers were not doing any work. So we had to put in extra effort to come back the following year and show them that we are more than underdogs.
The last 2 years, the student I brought them, we qualified. They were agric students. So after that was last 2 years. So after that, immediately after that, I realized that I think I should introduce science to the school. So we did that. And these people are the first batch of the science students. Wow.
So if I should understand, you instigated science being brought to the school. Yes. So how many are you in the...
By force HOD. I'm the HOD for the department.
So how many are you in the classroom and then your science? Tell me about it, everything.
Science, currently there are 17. There are 17 students in the science classroom. Yeah, that's year 3. The year 2s are 12. The first years, this year, we had about 22. So we are just trying. I just discussed it with the headmaster. I told him that we have been going for the National Science and Maths Quiz. And then since we always face challenges in physics and in biology, usually that is those areas are our main issue. So I said, let me introduce the science. So even the science we introduce, we don't have a physics teacher. I have been teaching them physics from Form 1. Generally, I'm a chemistry teacher. So, but I have added the physics to it just because of the program and then how we can also bring up the name of the school. So I teach chemistry and then physics as well.
So are you the only science teacher over there? Or you have
other science teachers, chemistry teachers, but we don't have physics teacher. So I teach chemistry and then physics as well.
So you tell me, this is your first time coming to Tamale. How does this make you feel?
Oh, it makes me feel more excited because coming in another from one place going to another place, like it's a new thing. Because when I came, I saw the stadium and how it looks. So I'm very happy for being here.
And I'm sure when you go to, let's say, Kumasi or Accra, you'll be more happier. Tell me about how you feel when you get there.
That one, unless I get there first.
Looking at our sleepless nights and all this thing, if we have lost this contest, I would have we would have been surprised of ourselves, and the master would have lost trust on us and all lot of everything that he's been doing to us and upon all things so good. But we are happy now, and everybody, I think those who are in our school, everybody will be happy to see. Yeah.
So now let's finally ask you, what should we expect from you coming to the nationals?
Well, you should expect the very best from us. The big schools should come. We are coming to face them. We are coming to dismantle them.
This is the 4-man squad of Bumpurugu SHS. They just won their contest and they are heading for the nationals. They tell me these are the first batch of science students who have stood for the national science and maths competition. They've been coming here with some agric students, but the teacher, that's their trainer, he introduced science into the school and has brought these students to win for the school. From here in Tamale, my name is Emmanuel Bright-Kweku.
It's a wrap for the news. Stay with us. Up next, the news review.